The new EDC Fanny Pack from Vertx. What has changed and is it worth upgrading? So if you're watching this video, you might have seen the original 1.0 video that I made for Vertx. It's just been around a year of me using their original fanny pack design, and I did make a video I'd highly recommend you check out. The goal of this video is simply going to be kind of talking about the new upgrades and features that they've changed on the newer model and seeing if it's worth an upgrade, or if you're buying for the first time, is there a reason why you'd want to go with the 1.0 as opposed to the 2.0? I'll do a quick overview of what's happening with the new one, and we'll do some kind of comparison between the new one and the old one so you get an idea of what really has changed. So the new 2.0 is the same style as fanny pack as the previous one. So to my knowledge, the same size, same dimensions. There's a few little things here and there that are going to be different, and that's going to be really what we speak about today. The first thing I noticed is that out of the box, it now comes with this. Now, what this is pretty much an adapter that goes inside the fanny pack itself, and it's a part of what Vertx refers to as their Tactigami line. So a lot of Vertx bags, on the interior of the bags, you're able to go onto their website, and there's a lot of accessories that work with male side Velcro that are attached to the female side Velcro that will be on the inside of a lot of their packs. This means that it's a very customizable option. So whether you're going to be using this for a firearm, or if you're just going to be using this as an accessory for things you're going to be carrying on an everyday basis, they give you a lot of options of things you're able to use, and the Tactigami line is what makes it so modular. So I really like that they're now allowing more of their features to be able to work with their design. This piece is pretty much an adapter that you're able to take a holster with a regular clip, and you're able to attach it to that piece, and it's going to be able to like kind of lock on as if it's going to be attached directly to the bag. Now, a few things you're going to want to consider is that, first of all, it is adjustable to a degree. So you could see how this is how it attaches. So you're able to see that the Velcro paneling is going to be on the back side, and that's what attaches to the inside of the bag itself. But what I noticed very quickly is that if you have a holster that has a wing similar to this one, the wing on this particular product is going to be too large to fit the overall size. So you're going to need a slim sized holster, and it will not be able to be something that could be just take it off your waist and put it into the bag. You probably will still need a dedicated separate holster, or if you carry with a holster that does not have a wing, then that's going to be what you're looking for, because by itself it will not work. So this is the Bodyguard 2.0. It fits in the bag very, very nicely because it's a very minimalist gun. But then the question is, which guns do fit? Currently, what I have in the bag is my X Macro. So this is the Sig P365X Macro. It actually has the Icarus Precision grip, the air macro. So it does have a wider mag well, and you could see it does have the optic as well. Something that I mentioned in the previous video when it came to the 1.0 is that you still kind of need to find the sweet spot of where you actually need to attach the holster. For this one, I'm using the Havoc holsters. It's a very great neutral style holster. I took the clip off the front over there, and I put male side Velcro on the back portion, so I can just really tightly rip it off. And you'll see that there is the male side Velcro. You're able to just literally get industrial male side Velcro from Amazon, and I just attached it with it comes with an adhesive that sticks to the back. And what I mentioned in the previous video is that you really need to find the sweet spot of, since a lot of people are going to be carrying with magwells and with optics today, you can see how close to the top the optic actually gets over there. So if you want to make sure the zippers and things are going to be functioning, there's a very particular spot you need to find it. Now, kind of skipping ahead, but one of the things I didn't mention that I would wanted to have changed is that I said I really wish there was more of a clamshell design. You can see that right over here, this is where the zipper ends, but there's still theoretically more material space over here. So right now, what I've had a few issues with both the 1.0 and the 2.0 when I've been practicing with it, is that when it pulls down, you can see how it doesn't go necessarily all the way down. There's kind of a flap over there. If the flap opens just right, being able to grab onto the gun might have a small amount of space that could be a problem, or as it's being drawn out, you can see how the holster could theoretically snag at that bottom portion. It doesn't seem like much, but when you're running drills a bit faster, it's just something to consider. So I usually have the gun tilted even more in, so the grip is going to be protruding a little bit more out. That way it helps me like more guarantee that I'm able to clear the holster correctly without running into any problems. The bag still comes with the rare pocket that you're able to fit your cell phone into, and you're able to fit pretty much every popular large cell phone on the market. They are able to fit inside. It's quite a large pocket. The front pockets are also still the same. where once you open it up, there's going to be a little lanyard where you're able to attach keys if you'd like to, and small accessories here and there. Nothing too major will actually fit into the front pocket. It's a very basic admin pocket. Now, here's where one of the biggest changes came, which we all kind of saw coming, but I'm glad that they actually did take the steps to make it a reality, is that right now we all know that pretty much the most popular and fast-paced moving fanny packs are ones that have a pull tab. So there's this pull tab that they now added. It's their own Vertx pull tab that when you're using it crossbody, or if you're going to do it around your waist, if you grab this tab and give it a tug, it will open up the bag significantly faster than running the zippers, and you're going to be able to get access to your gun much faster. So I really do like that upgrade. I do believe in the original 1.0 there was still kind of that similar strap latching system, but they didn't have it on both sides, which would make it ambidextrous depending on the side that you're going to go with. So you could see right now on the newer one, there's the red tab on both the right and left side, so you could choose where you want that strap to go in. Another small difference that I noticed is that instead of like the previous design, these zippers have a kind of plastic covered top, which looks exactly like that. The newer one, it seems like they just heat shrunk a piece of like just material there that closes off the zipper. So just something I wanted to point out. I don't know if it makes any real difference, but it could, I guess, to a degree look a little bit more minimalistic. But I did notice that it came with those as opposed to the original clips. Another big upgrade, which I spoke about, is that in the 1.0, a problem I kept running into is that the clip they were using was very, very like small and light. I mean light in the way that you could very accidentally put the clip together. And I've had the whole system fall off me at times that were very inconvenient. And I said that I really think it would be valuable for them to make an upgrade. So they did make a very big upgrade, where what they have now is this clip over here. It's just a lot more robust. It'll take more pressure for it to actually come apart. It still comes apart easily if you need it to, but in regards to accidental falling or making it fall off, I don't believe that would be a problem anymore. Again, just being nitpicky, what I mentioned previously in the 1.0 that I thought would be cool is anything that comes to a firearm, if we're able to. There are a lot of modern clips today that have almost like an on-off switch they're able to use. It like has like an additional layer of safety. I still think this is fine, but I do like that this part is going to be very secure because it is a very important part of keeping the gun on your body. Aside from that also, is that I do like that, again, a basic little like thought-provoking thing is that when they put the clip onto the bag, they did put it in the front. There are some fanny packs you might see on Amazon that are not particularly tactical fanny packs, and the clip is on the back. The problem is if you're walking around and someone just unclips it from the back, you lost your gun. So having it in front, I think, is very important. If you're walking through crowds or whatever it might be, you might be able to just hold onto the clip to ensure that it doesn't actually just get removed from your body. So I think that is very important. They also did upgrade the material of the actual bag. So they claim it to be a lot more water resistant. It's not going to be waterproof, obviously, but it is more water resistant, so it should repel additional water that might fall onto the bag. I did notice in the sunlight, again, it could be this particular bag or maybe the design in general, the different material makes it have a almost slight blue color tone to it. I'm not insulting, I'm just giving an idea of what the color might look like. So it does come as a black bag. They also do have additional colors available on their website, but it looked to be like almost like a blued-ish color to it. The other thing I mentioned in the 1.0 video is that one of these small like hidden features, so to speak, that the bag has is that by the clip, there's this little piece of like elastic that's right over there, that what you're able to do with that elastic is you could hang your keys or you could hang your glasses. So when you're carrying it, you have a place to be able to put those things. I would have preferred if they did in the 2.0 add it to both sides, because if you're going to be carrying it this way versus this way, depending on your preference, I would want to be able to have the option to choose which side the keys or glasses would go on. Again, very small detail, but I think it was worth pointing out. The strap that they're using also now feels like almost like softer. It's still very robust. Like I do have a lot of confidence in this being a strong piece of material. It has more adjustable tabs you're able to use depending on the height, the length you want the actual bag to be. So I do appreciate that as well. And it does seem overall a lot more better built. So this has been a very quick overview of the difference between the 1.0 and the 2.0. I would recommend you check out the 1.0 video that I'm going to link somewhere in this video, so you're able to check it out. If not, you'll see it linked in the description down below. That will be a much more in-depth video of the product and its designs and its features and things like that. I just wanted to kind of highlight the differences between the 1.0 and the 2.0. If you already have a 1.0, I don't necessarily think it's a necessary upgrade to move up to the 2.0. At the same time, if the features like the clip are going to be something that bother you, which means it accidentally falls off at times that you don't need it to, that I think alone is a very valuable thing to be able to look at. As well as, again, if you're already using like the zip over design as opposed to the pull, if you just like the idea of being able to do do the zip over, again, then it's fine. I really like the pull tab because I feel that it makes it a much faster draw for me. So in that regard, I would definitely go with the 2.0 if you want to be able to have a much faster draw. I think this is kind of what has become the industry standard for fanny packs that you want to have quick access to your gun. I think that's really where it's become. So I think that's very valuable as well. And I think those are going to be like the key feature differences that if you're going to look to either upgrade and if you're looking to get a fanny pack in general, I think this is, as opposed to anything else on the market, it is the most neutral looking fanny pack that you could still carry a firearm in, and it doesn't draw as much attention. Obviously, these days, the idea of a fanny pack has kind of become associated to guns in some way. At the same time, there are plenty of other fanny packs that are tactical specifically that look way more out of place than any other offering on the market. So in regards to neutrally available things that you might be able to carry, I think this is a very great option. If you'd like to learn about more use cases and different things I had considerations of when it comes to carrying one of these bags, again, I'd highly recommend you check out the original video. If you have any questions on this bag, or if you'd like me to do any particular reviews about this bag, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Raziel Cohen with the tacticalrabbi.com. Thank you for watching.